Thank you, and that concludes our speakers. And once again, we want to say a very special thank you to our Haiti caucus, our co-chairs, Ayanna Presley, our co-chairs, Yvette Clarke from New York. And thank you so much. If you have any questions, we can take a few questions.
Just a question for either Congressman Presley or Clarke. Considering after the debate, we saw an uptick in extremism of hate, including the Bad Boys coming to the area, inciting hate and violence towards the people in the Haitian community. If the former president actually does go through with what he said in Nassau County, saying that he would go visit Springfield, would you request the president or at least the governor to increase protections for the Haitian community in case any bad actors do come out?
Absolutely. I mean, there's no doubt that this is a community that deserves the protection of not only the local police, but if we have to bring in federal resources to make sure that that community is protected, that's what we will do. There is no doubt that what this rhetoric was designed to do was to create political violence. And this is a vulnerable community, a vulnerable segment of our community that have not, under any circumstances, called for this type of attention. And it's negative. It has an impact, and we know that the children will remember this for the rest of their lives, and we cannot stand for that.
Is there any other questions? Well, I'll comment on that also. So we're planning a congressional trip to Ohio to go to Springfield to support the people. And I think we need to make sure that if he is planning on going, if he really does go, security is number one. But it's the people he's bringing into Springfield, Ohio. Those people are the ones who he's already blown the dog whistle to get them there. We heard his statements from his son, Donald Trump Jr., who said that Haitians have an inferior IQ. When you hear that language is actually calling out white supremacists. That's why we're seeing an increase in violence. That's why we first saw 30 acts of threats coming out, but now we're up to 50. Every single day they double down. We're seeing more and more people coming out and answering his call to violence. And so we as a community and as members of Congress, we not only have to speak out about that, but the media has a responsibility also not to keep perpetuating these whistles and these dog bells of talking about this situation every single day when we know it's all false. So we are definitely making sure that security is present, but we have to make sure that we're taking a stand and not reverberating those white supremacist language that we saw before used when it was with our Jewish brothers and sisters. We saw it used before when it was our Black American brothers and sisters, and now they're using it now. And it's only to activate them so they could bring forth violence, intimidation, and scare us from taking our rightful place in this community as Americans and voters. Yeah, I didn't know if you had a question.
Sure, yeah. Just building upon that, I'm so heartened by the fact that we had such a diverse coalition of advocates and colleagues here today, and we continue to call upon people of conscience and our allies. If you are not outraged, you are not paying attention. And I want to say especially so grateful for the partnership of our Congressional Black Caucus, because, of course, Black Lives Matter. Haitian lives are Black lives.
That's right.
And so we are so grateful for that partnership. And then finally, in this moment of an emboldened white nationalism by the former occupant of the White House, who proves every day with his ineptitude and his trafficking in hate speech and in his violent policy ideas, which are deeply unpopular, he means harm to every person who calls this country home. He is unfit to be the president of the United States of America. And what I would ask is that people of good conscience not only demonstrate your power and your support and solidarity with the Haitian community with your votes, but also with your actions every day. Please do not make songs. Please do not make memes. This is not funny. It is deeply offensive. It is dangerous. And you are contributing to the hate and the real vulnerability and fragility that it's creating for the Haitian people, putting them in harm's way. Again, I thank all of our allies here today and people of good conscience. I thank my fellow co-chairs, Congresswoman Sheila Sheriff-Lewis McCormick, Congresswoman Yvette Clarke. We thank Maxwell Frost and all of our colleagues joined here today. And again, we have introduced a resolution to condemn this and to put people on record. and pay attention to who signs on and who does not. And if they do not sign this resolution, then put them on notice at the ballot box, because all good people of conscience should not find this a heavy lift to condemn the hate speech and rhetoric and the vulnerability of the Haitian people in this moment.
Are there any more questions? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Great job.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate you.
If you do want to do that,